Look at these other podcasts out here with a point. Doing interviews, trying to educate you, or change the world. No, we don't do that here. Here, we look around, see things, go places, do things, and round up the best so you can forget the rest. Here, we rank 'em up.
Hello and welcome back to Rank 'em Up, the Christmas Eve edition. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking a part of your special Christmas Eve, Christmas weekend to spend it with us. We thank you for doing so. We really appreciate you joining us on this episode, especially at this time of year. Share it with a friend. Give us a Christmas gift. Share this episode with a friend. Share the show with a friend. Don, welcome to the show. How can they do that stuff?
So we have many different avenues, social networks, if you will. Twitter, at RankEmUp, at RANKEMUP. So follow us on Twitter, excuse me. Like us on Facebook, and go to the show page, and you can listen to some back issues, and there's some chatter on there. Obviously on YouTube, our YouTube channel is blowing up. It has the whole archives. Go back and listen to... me and Kiberto get a little testy in the which episode was that?
The Olympics one, I think.
The Olympics when you didn't know what Jesse Owens' event was. So that one was funny. I personally think that is one of my favorites. I did my best job on that. Go back and listen to that on YouTube. All the archives are also on that. Go to Stitcher if you are an Android user and download the podcast on the Podcast Addict app. Is that what it's called? No, it's
Podcast Addict.
Podcast Addict is an app, yes.
So that
you can download.
Get on that app on Stitcher for you Android users. And, of course, go to iTunes Podcast app, subscribe, and it'll automatically go to your inbox. And every Thursday, sometime around noon, you'll have it in there for your Thursday afternoon drive home. There you go.
Gilberto, Merry Christmas. How you doing?
Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Nochebuena. I'm good.
Lilo, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I can't follow that up.
This is the caffeinated Berto.
Right.
Usually, I celebrate on the 24th.
You had a little too much eggnog today, huh?
Christmas, no, no. Christmas Eve is when I celebrate.
Yeah, nice.
Christmas Eve is where it goes down.
Yeah, it depends on the family. Like if I'm with my family, then yeah, it's Christmas Eve. But if I'm with my in-laws, then it's Christmas Day. That's a twofer.
Because your life changes a lot. You got to make what's it called?
Accommodations.
You have to make accommodations. You have to negotiate and where are we spending Christmas at which house, or to make it easier, everybody come to my house. But that will never happen. So because I'm not cleaning that up. So. You gotta make a deal. You gotta make a deal with the wife. Life is about compromise. Relationships are about compromise. And I spent Christmas in Salida for the past 10 years. As we speak, I am in Salida, hanging out.
10
Probably
years.
gone to Ron Erdel's Walmart. By the way, at this Walmart in Salida, have you ever had a bad wheel on a cart? On like one of those push carts?
Yes.
There is no bad wheels on carts in Salida.
What?
It's like a fairyland.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And they have a guy who's, by the way, the Walmart in Salida is better than the Walmart here because they just have a guy who makes whatever, $10 an hour, $11 an hour. He just fixes carts and makes sure that they're correct.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Merry Christmas to that guy.
Right, no kidding.
Yeah, there you go.
We're talking about Christmas songs today. We've been hearing them for about a month on the radio. I like Christmas songs. My wife has been listening to the Christmas songs since July, I think.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
So
there's some Christmas songs I would listen to all year round. There's
a
couple on my
handful.
list.
they're probably on the list.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're ranking today. Lilo, why don't you start this off this week?
All right, I can do that. Okay, so my number 5 is and I don't know why I like this song so much. I don't know. It's one of those like overly emotional Christmas songs. It's Please Come Home for Christmas by the Eagles. It's a good song. I like the Eagles a ton, so I think that might be why. But it's just one of those really good songs that every time I hear it, it just kind of brings me back to like Christmas's past. Not like I was asking anyone to come home for Christmas, but I don't know. I like the song. It makes me feel good. Puts me in the Christmas mood.
Awesome. And by the way, this episode, since it's a music episode, you want to go to the YouTube page because we're going to have all the playlists of our top 5s on our YouTube page linked. You can listen to all of our favorites.
And
there.
if you happen to be a Spotify subscriber, I will tweet my Spotify list, and I'll tell you in a minute here what it's all about.
Nice.
My Spotify playlist.
The extended cuts.
Yeah.
All right, Lilo, or Don,
yeah.
dude, you're number 5.
All right, my number 5. Me and Lilo think very well alike. And quickly for my list, I pick songs that I like, and then they have to be upper echelon songs. And there's no jingle bells. Excuse me for anybody to get offended. I'm not a little kid. We're adults. I also am the only person here without a child.
He likes
so
Crackling Oak Brand.
exactly, I eat Crackling Oat Bran. I'm the only person here without a child, so really I don't have to listen to those songs.
Yeah, there you go.
And but me and Lilo, obviously he does have kids, but he still gets to listen to this one, and that's Please Come Home for Christmas.
Nice.
Although I have not heard the Eagles version, but I did write down the top 3 that are on my playlist. And I would have to say my favorite is actually Willie Nelson, but
Of course.
for the new guys, well, BB King's not new, but BB King version, very good. And obviously, because you guys know me, I like the blues, I like real instruments in my music, and then CeeLo Green. You would not expect a guy in the Goody Mob made a Christmas album. When we were in high school, he's in the Goody Mob. He
was, yeah.
So and look at his career since then. But CeeLo Green, Please Come Home for Christmas, great song. There you go.
Fascinating.
Guy in the Goody Mob can love Jesus too. It's okay.
Whoa.
So
You just don't see is Big Boy have a Christmas special? Tupac?
Maybe.
Well, Tupac's
not.
dead.
Does
I
Sean
mean-
Puffy P Diddy, whatever his name is, Combs? Does he have a Christmas album?
He probably has some
Does
Christmas song somewhere.
Does Jay-Z have a Christmas album? I don't think so.
Jay-Z does not have a Christmas
Exactly.
album.
CeeLo,
I was looking
Renaissance
for it.
man.
Not there.
We're about
very
a few,
stubby fingers.
we're a few years away from him and Beyonce having a Christmas special, though.
That's so true. So true.
We're a few years away from that. Give them a few more gray hairs, and they'll have a Christmas
Right.
special.
I'm waiting for the Kim and
Man.
Kanye Christmas special.
oh boy.
Yeah, it's
What
gonna
was the
happen.
new name? What was the new name? Northwest and
Saint
West.
Saint West.
Carwestian.
Wow.
South. Southwest.
Saint West. Saint West.
Yes. All right.
At least that's that is actually a name. I mean, I guess it's really a title. Like
It
but
sounds
like-
basically,
It's a title.
I can't get mad because Don is a title. Don is like Sir in Spanish in my culture. So I can't really get mad. I can't really get mad at that name. Although there's going to be some kids that are like, I would like to be named after a team too. I mean, although the University of San Francisco mascot is the Dons, although they have no logo and it just says Dons on their thing. And I don't want to be associated with that university anyway. So it's a double-edged sword. My name. It's
Pretty
a
wild
double-edged
tangent.
sword.
All right.
Wow.
Please come on for Christmas. Listen to the BB King. It's really good also.
Awesome. So my songs or my choices, just so you know, they
You
will not.
are your choices in life, Gilberto.
Yes, they do not. I will not say who the interpreter of certain versions because I went specifically with what the song means.
The singer?
No, the
Message of the song.
Yeah, the message of the song.
Okay.
So, so this last song, number 5, it's a Latino version of the Little Boy Drummer. This kid, though, is hurrying his donkey to Bethlehem to see baby Jesus. I don't think he actually gets to see baby Jesus. I grew up listening to this song all the time, and I can never, ever get it out of my head, unfortunately. We used to dance to this, and it's called Mi Burrito Sabanero. It's called my plain donkey or my plains... What is it?
Plainsman.
The little
Plainsman donkey.
donkeys from the savannah. Or
There you go.
Little
Yeah. Yes. So, and there's this part where it's just so annoying. It says tuki 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 tuki. It goes like that for I don't know how many verses.
Forever.
It does, and it's just it's that song though. It's my top 5 because it brings back memories. So many memories.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a good song. It's a good, fun Christmas song.
Every time I listen to Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg, and then I forget. Every time. That's why I can't listen to it.
There you
Ruins
go.
both Jingle Bells and Batman.
There you go.
I'm sure that a lot of people listening to this haven't heard that song. That's one that you got to go to the YouTube Rank 'Em Up page
Yeah.
and go listen. That's a good song. I like that song.
Batmobile lost a wheel, Joker got away.
I remember that.
Hey, jingle bells.
My number 5. When I was growing up, we had these cassettes. You remember those? You remember
I
cassette
remember
tapes?
Cassettes, those are
Alvin
awesome.
and the Chipmunks.
We had
Yes.
an orange cassette, Disney's Merry Christmas Carols. It came out in 1981.
Ooh.
We used to listen to that all the time at Christmas time. It was all the Disney characters singing the Christmas carols. They had
Nice.
they had like one or two regular singer dudes, and then they had the characters mixed in, and it was great. And specifically this song, my number 5, it's the 12 Days of Christmas, the Disney Merry Christmas Carols version. I like it because each character does a different number in that song. You know how it's
Yeah.
the
Donald
one.
Duck will do.
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Goofy did 5 golden rings, but one time he said 5 onion rings. It was kind of funny. I loved it as a kid.
Goofy is the best.
Yeah.
Goofy is pretty awesome.
And one time Donald Duck skipped him, Goofy, and so they were fighting. He's like, "Oh, you took my line." And it was awesome. So they're fighting in the background
That's
while the
awesome.
rest of the song is going on. I loved that as when I was a kid because it was silly, and it reminds me. I have those actual cassettes. I found them.
Awesome.
They
Oh,
were my,
right on.
They were my grandma's, and my mom had them somewhere in a box, and she gave them to me because she knew how much I liked that growing up. So I am playing them for my kids.
Awesome.
I will pass along the 5 onion rings to my children.
I'm sure Joaquin is going to love that.
I'm sure he will. I
He
just need
totally
a
will.
cassette player somewhere, and I need to find one.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Well,
Yeah.
Goodwill. Just go to Goodwill. I'm
Yes.
sure there's some there for like dirt cheap.
Yes, they do have them on YouTube though, so that's how I've been playing them.
Oh, nice.
Okay, my number 5, the 12 Days of Christmas.
Awesome.
Lilo, you're number 4.
My number 4. Okay, so my number 4, this kind of actually goes along with Caberto's thought process in the list. So this song reminds me very heavily of being a kid and decorating our Christmas tree with my parents. So my dad, and I might have mentioned this in podcast past, but my dad was a huge Elvis fan, loved Elvis, modeled his singing voice after Elvis, and now he's like the Elvis of our church. So we always played one particular Elvis Christmas album as we were standing up our Christmas tree and stuff. And the song would always come on, and my dad would always sing to it. It was Mama Loved the Roses. It is like the most heartbreaking Christmas song ever. Well, no, I can't even say that. It is one of the most heartbreaking songs. Like, it'll
I was
give
gonna
you.
say, Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah, right.
I mean that's pretty heartbreaking.
That was
Talk
pretty
about Grandma
heartbreaking.
got run over by a reindeer.
Not yet.
Not yet. Or like, I don't know if anyone of you guys have like the Christmas shoes
Yes.
Christmas
Yes.
song. That song
I
is-
hate that song.
That song's awful.
Oh, it's
Cannot
awful.
stand that song. Crying every time.
Little boy goes to the counter. Can't afford these shoes.
Mama meets Jesus tonight.
Oh, that song's terrible.
That song is awful.
I'm glad I've never heard this.
Oh my
it's the
god,
worst.
this is the worst. Like if you need a good cry, that is the song to listen
Dude,
to.
I'll watch Marley and Me if that's what
Oh,
you're gonna do.
if you watch Marley and Me and then listen to that song, it's like
a
night
sobbing
over.
mess.
You'll
Yes.
be a mess.
Sometimes you just need a good cry.
Sometimes I imagine Al Bundy from Married with Children as the guy in the shoe store.
That's the only way you can get through that
That's the
song.
only way I get through it. Just to see what he would do.
Right. Oh, jeez. So yes, "Mama Loved the Roses" by Elvis Presley. Good song, sad song, really great. Reminds me of Christmas every time.
All right, my number 4, and this is going to be a theme in my music. It's a duet, and I think Frank Sinatra and an unknown singer sang it. It was really good, but lately, and I don't know what it is. People judge me. I hear a lot of talk behind my back for my love of Norah Jones, but she has a good voice.
Ain't nothing wrong with Norah Jones.
Daughter, thank you, Norah Jones for life. Team Norah Jones.
Team Norah Jones.
So she did this with Willie Nelson, and it's "Baby It's Cold Outside." Solid version. "Baby It's Cold Outside." Willie Nelson, Norah Jones. I know there's been many, but
Oh, that's an interesting combination.
and the song is weird because they're meant to talk over each other. So you got to have really good voices. And sometimes, when I was preparing my list, I would listen to versions and stuff, and because Rachel was excited. Actually, she was like, "Oh, you're doing research for the show?" I'm like, "Yes." So, okay. She was down, except I had to listen to the whole thing. I had to listen to some horrible music a little bit, but that's fine. But Willie Nelson, Norah Jones, "Baby It's Cold Outside," excellent mix on the old playlist.
Nice.
It's hard for me a little bit to listen to Willie Nelson, but
Get out.
I'm gonna give
Get
it.
out.
I'm gonna give it a listen. I'm gonna give it a listen.
He's willing to try at least.
I am willing to try.
He is Willie Nelson to try.
This is the
Better
Christmas spirit.
Thank you,
of trying.
Cadeto. I appreciate that. Better songwriter than John Lennon. Thank you.
Okay, so
That's gonna be a controversial
There's gonna
statement.
that's
I-
fine.
that's
I don't know.
Controversy.
So
In some circles.
staying in the meaning of the song, and this might get a little special for some people. During this time, obviously, I enjoy every single song, of course. But I feel as a musician, major notes are very appropriate to the celebration, to the Son of God being born, which is what we celebrate. This song, a celebration to the cure of mankind's direction from condemnation with love.
Bernie Sanders?
All of creation knew what was happening and was singing. And this song I'm talking about is Joy to the World.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
So I love this song in
Frank Sinatra, that one
in
is good.
different versions, and it's a great song. My number 4.
Nice.
I like Joy to the World. It's a good song. I can actually play that on guitar too.
I
so
wish
that's good.
Otis Redding could have done that, but he didn't live that long.
Oh,
But he did do 2 Christmas songs.
I'm sure we'll hear about that later.
right.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
My number 4. This was actually on that same cassette, and I couldn't remember. I knew it was a little girl, and I don't know who sang that. I don't know who the real singers were on that Disney cassette were.
Britney Spears.
Well, I found out because I was researching it for this show, because I wanted to find that version
Yeah.
to post for our display on the YouTube page. It was Molly Ringwald.
What?
Yeah. Molly Ringwald sang this song, "The First Noel," on the Disney Merry Christmas Carols cassette.
Dude, I didn't know she could sing.
She sounds like a really little kid,
Okay.
so
Oh,
it was. But I like any version of "The First Noel." Carrie Underwood's version is really good.
Oh, yeah.
she does the Sunday Night Football thing, right?
She does do the
she
Sunday
does,
Night Football
yeah.
Who
thing.
did it before her?
Faith Hill.
Faith
Way
Hill.
better. Way
Yeah,
better.
she did it way better. But
Yeah.
Carrie Underwood, I like her too. She's a good singer.
She's a good singer.
I think she's angry.
Pretty much any female soloist singer, I like "The First Noel" too. For some reason, that's a female song to sing. I like it.
It's true. It's true. They carry it better.
They do.
Like I feel like Carrie Underwood's delivery is so robot that she has to be evil. Right? It's just like
What?
seriously.
Do you
No,
know
like-
her whole catalog of songs?
No,
or
I'm
what?
not aware. No, I don't know
Okay.
that. No, I just feel like her delivery because when you see her do interviews, it's like it's so like it's over conversation. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like, have you ever seen the Pioneer Woman?
Like she's a fembot or something?
Exactly. Have you ever seen the Pioneer Woman?
Pioneer Woman. She's a fembot, I think.
Dude,
She's
her delivery is so dry. Like it has to be scripted. Number 1 and number 2. When you turn off the camera, she has to be a worse person than Laura Ingraham. And I know people are not going to like this.
Yeah.
But seriously,
Wow,
That's
you're
all.
making some snap judgments
Right.
on Carrie Underwood.
I just don't like it. I like Faith Hill. I realize that her contract is up, but she didn't want to do it anymore. But I mean,
Wow.
man, I don't know. I don't know.
Don's not in Chakota
That's
anymore,
just-
folks.
That's
I
exactly.
think you
whatever that
should
means.
listen to her singing "The First Noel" and you will.
Yeah, it'll
it'll
change your
tune.
mind. It'll change your mind.
I listen to a lot of Jessica Simpson Christmas songs, and I don't hate it.
Boo.
But they,
I mean-
they were not in my any part of my list.
We're talking about Carrie Underwood, so
Right.
Go listen to her.
I feel like Jessica Simpson is better. And I feel like Jessica.
I don't
and I realize
know.
she has 2 kids.
It's
Controversy.
Christmas Eve.
What?
Christmas Eve.
You have to be nice. It's Christmas.
You
Eve.
have to be nice. Don't inspire this tension with all the families that are listening to us at this
No,
moment.
I just know that RC is listening, my brother, and he likes to talk trash about everything. He likes to take the snippets of what I say and then play them for people. Not like the whole. He's like a Huffington Post journalist. He
completely
just
out
takes
of
like a little bit
context.
and then changes it. Like,
This is gonna
hey,
be-
Don, this is what Don said about Pioneer Woman. And then at Christmas dinner tomorrow night, Don, why do you hate the Pioneer Woman?
This is gonna be real fun when you guys listen to this at Christmas.
Right. Merry Christmas, family. Pioneer Woman's dumb.
This is why.
All right,
we should
Lilo,
have
your
pre-production
number
meetings to tell Don to not say
3.
controversial.
Number 3. This is all off the cuff. All right, number 3 for me. This is So growing up, this song actually I didn't like it as much as I do now. But the fact that I'm from Colorado, I was born and raised here, really kind of helped elevate this song in my mind. So, like, I know that anytime if I were to move out of state, that this song I'd have to listen to this song every year, almost on repeat, exclusively. And this song is "Colorado Christmas" by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. It's a good jam because he romanticizes Colorado and the way that Colorado should be romanticized. Like, Colorado's not a cow town by any stretch of the imagination. So there are cow towns. I'll say that.
That song is the equivalent of a Coors commercial.
It is the equivalent of a Coors commercial. Like, anytime you see the Rocky Mountains, that's exactly what you think. And anytime I hear Colorado Christmas, I'm like, yeah, this is exactly where I belong. It's exactly where I belong. So, Colorado Christmas, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. And then actually the rest of the album that song is on is also really good. I also recommend One Christmas Tree. It's a good song too. Look it up.
I'm really excited for Lilo's list. I'm really excited for that. I want because there's songs I've never heard, but apparently
You're not excited for my list?
I'm excited for your list and Caberto's list. I'm excited for everybody's list.
All right.
Because I love Christmas music.
I just love Christmas music.
My favorite time of year, and I love it so much.
I feel like you only pay attention to Lilo here. You
Right.
always write down what he puts. You know?
Who's Craig?
He doesn't argue with him, but he argues with us all the time.
It's because I talk about Destiny. I'll admit it.
See, he's my Destiny brother. And you guys,
Do you guys have a separate, a handshake, a special handshake?
no, but we will develop one just because
Right.
you said that. And then
Now we will.
He's your hammer, bro.
I don't know. Do you play Titan?
No, I play Warlock.
He mains a Warlock, so he's either.
I'm an
that
Emperor
was
Palpatine
good.
hands.
Yes, you're either just give me a minute here. You were either
Those
a Storm Bro
Storm, bro.
or a Res Bro.
Oh,
And what's the Void? What's the Void?
Res, bro.
Nova.
just to
Nova,
think,
Bro.
Yeah, Bomb Bro.
just to
Nova
think we
Bomb
were
Bro.
this close on not
So
talking
close.
about
I know.
Destiny.
Sorry. That was
It's all right.
again. That's my fault. That's my fault.
Well, I've known you guys for 10 years. I've only known Lilo for one, so we're not gonna. He's not gonna get full Dawn,
Not
full
yet.
frontal yet. So,
Yeah, you're not. Hey, Res, bro, you're not getting full frontal yet.
Thank God.
Caberto, we need a laugh track of Caberto because this is good. Caberto laugh track would be good.
Would
right?
be that would actually be
It would
pretty
be
awesome.
It's awesome.
It would.
That's a compliment. I love your laugh.
It makes me
That
feel.
was a compliment to you.
Makes me feel good about my jokes.
It's true. Your laugh makes everyone else laugh, Caberto.
Thank you.
When Caberto laughs, the world laughs
Where
with
am I
him.
at? I'm at
Thank
number
you.
3, correct?
Number 3, Merry
Number
Christmas.
3.
Merry
All right.
Christmas from Rank 'em Up at Rank 'em
I
Up.
believe. So I will tweet out my Spotify playlist. If you were a not a single, if you were a taken, if you have a significant other, you're sitting by the fire tonight, you might be opening presents, you might be hanging out watching a movie or wrapping things, cooking things, getting ready for tomorrow. Having a big day before you see family. You're just relaxing with your significant other, having a good time. Maybe you're talking about how the Pioneer Woman might be a Manchurian candidate. We don't know. Do whatever you want to do. But if you're having a good time, first of all, I'll plug this.
No.
Listen to Darius Rucker's Christmas CD. It's amazing.
Oh.
But specifically, and there were some versions of this song, and there was too many good to list. I cut it down to 4, but I'll Be Home for Christmas. Number 1, though. Number 1, Al Green. Al Green, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Fabulous.
Is that
Fabulous.
That's your number 3?
That is my number 3. Al Green, but Darius Rucker, top 3. Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett, amazing. If you were listening to this, maybe on a beach somewhere, maybe on a boat, just hanging out, Jimmy Buffett, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Amazing song. Hopefully you don't cry. And Dark Knight on the Dark Horse on the I'll Be Home for Christmas. Brooks and Dunn.
That's solid. That's a solid one.
By the way, rest in peace, Brooks and Dunn. What? They did their last concert together. They retired. And
They did, yes.
They did retire.
You know what? When I was a kid, my parents forced me to listen to all country music, and one group that actually stuck with me, other than Garth Brooks, the greatest country music singer of all time, Brooks and Dunn. Also, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. I forgot I like them,
Yep.
but
They're a good one.
reminded me. Yes. So
All right.
I'll Be Home for Christmas, particularly if you're with your significant other, if you were just having some quiet time, so to speak. Al Green, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
So you guys all have kids, so you don't get any free time. I get some free time. What?
That's true.
But if you listen
I'll
to that
admit
song,
it's true.
you might have
Sad.
some kids, and then you won't have any free time.
Might have some kids.
Al Green, man. Al Green Christmas. I'll listen to Al Green do the national anthem. That'll put a woman in the mood. I'll tell you that right now.
Merry Christmas from Rank 'em Up Crew.
All right, my number 3.
Just trying to help you lovers out. You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting to follow, because most of my descriptions to these songs are, based on what the meaning of the song is and the season. And following up Don's act, kind of, it's total opposites.
Polar opposites.
Yes.
We're like the odd couple. It'd be funny if we did like a stand-up thing together.
You guys are like the odd couple.
Except all the girls are like you, because that's what always happens. So, no, I don't want to be a stand-up actor with you.
All right. That's
Wouldn't get any
cool,
play.
man.
Wouldn't get any play.
All right. So, of course, the melody to this song is great. But the reason of why Jesus was born expressed in this song warms my heart and always, always, always makes me smile. And I'm talking about Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And that song is great with almost anybody
Sinatra.
that sings it except Willie Nelson. So I'm just
Willie
kidding.
Nelson is not
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Willie Nelson is not built for
I
these like
shouldn't have said
three.
that.
I've never
three
heard of-
tenors.
I've never heard Billy Nelson sing that.
Of me, that
Might
I
be
just-
kind of interesting, actually.
I just
I
said
think
it
he
as
does.
a low
I'm pretty
blow.
sure I've heard him do that.
I like that song.
I'm not
That's a
gonna,
good song.
good
I'm not
jam.
going to disagree with that.
I'm
Caberto.
more in line with Caberto's list than Don's list.
You know what? That's okay, man.
You
I'm
know what?
just having a nice quiet time with my lady.
I think we lost Berto over there.
Yeah, he's gone. He's
But-
gone.
Yeah. He's going to get more eggnog.
He's-
Number 3 for me.
My lady.
My number 3
Sorry.
is
no.
I really had no idea who the heck this person was who sang it. I just really liked the song, and I hear it every once in a while. At Christmas, I hear it on the radio, and when I hear, I catch myself bobbing my head. I'm like, oh, I like this song, and it wasn't until I was compiling this list that I actually looked up who it was to seek it out to find it, and now I will listen to it on my own instead of randomly on the radio.
Nice.
That is Christmas, Baby Come Home, Baby Please Come Home from Darlene Love. I really thought it was like Leslie Gore or the Ronettes or something because it has that 60s style song
Yeah.
sound, the girls singing sound. I love that song. And if you haven't heard it, please go to our Rank 'em Up on YouTube and I'll put it on the playlist. I love that song. And I think
I don't know
actually
that version.
Mariah Carey made a version of it on her Christmas album, but Darlene Love's way better. So much more emotion and actual. She wants her baby to come home. You could tell. She
She
wants it.
misses him.
Nice. Mariah Carey just does it just cause.
She just sings it well,
Right.
but not with emotion.
Nice.
Darlene Love, you can tell. It's from the heart.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christmas, baby, please come home.
Yeah, now that you mention it, the only version I can hear is the Mariah Carey version. Like, that's all that's going through my head right now. I'll have to listen to your version.
It's got like church bells in the background.
Oh, geez.
I mean, it's well produced.
Wow.
Yeah.
Carol of the Bells, a solid song, but did not make any part of my list. Carol of the Bells, I like that. That was in
Yeah.
Home Alone, by the way. Home Alone.
It wasn't Home Alone.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Just reminded me. It's a good song. That's going. I think that's on my Spotify playlist. I'm pretty sure.
Should be.
Lilo, you have the number 2.
Number 2 for Lilo. Okay, so this is where we're going to transition from like kind of the secular stuff into the religious stuff for Lilo. So my number 2 song is probably one of the most powerful contemporary Christian Christmas songs that I've heard of. So every time I hear it, it fills me up with emotion. So this song is "Mary Did You Know."
Okay.
Mary,
I've heard
did
it.
you know?
That one.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers.
Yes.
So, and here's the funny thing is that, so there is the Kenny Rogers version. It's pretty standard. There is also the Pentatonics version. So if you like the a cappella group on YouTube, Pentatonics, they do a really good version of it too. But the version that I always love listening to is the CeeLo Green version.
Wow, I didn't know he made a
Telling
version.
you, man.
He did.
Yeah. CeeLo Green Christmas album, underrated.
Yeah, it's
Telling
called CeeLo Green's Magic Moment.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in Don's song and my song,
Yeah.
CeeLo's Magic Moment. But here's why. So there's a portion of the song, if you don't know it, and I'll put it up on the YouTube list here. But the song, if you don't know it, basically says it takes Jesus' birth and it's asking from an outsider perspective, hey, did you know that this baby that you bore is going to save all of humanity by giving of himself a whole body and soul for the saving for saving everyone. And so there's a whole section where it talks about like the blind will see, the lame will leap, and all that stuff. And it hits, CeeLo Green's version hits this swell where he has like a 30-piece orchestra behind him, and he's hitting these crazy, crazy notes, and it just stirs the innermost parts of your soul, and I love it. Every time I hear it, it gives me goosebumps. And
I've never heard his version. I'm going to have to check that out.
You need to. You need to. It's amazing. So, yeah. Mary, did you know CeeLo Green?
It's really funny because he's also made a song, basically, F You. That was a
Yes.
number one song.
It was the number one
And
song
that
for
was-
a long time.
Yeah.
I actually have Mary Did You Know as one of my honorable mentions, but I'll bring it up now because I love that song. I like the Kenny Rogers version because it reminds me of the Nativity Story movie,
Yeah.
which is the best Christmas movie there is.
Right. And it's great because it's one of those things that, growing up Catholic, you don't really ever take into consideration. Like, yeah, Mary gave birth to Jesus, but that, she's also a mom. So how was her perspective as a mom to this, to this Savior?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, man.
It's like a VH1 behind the music
It is-
song for Mary.
It totally is.
Yeah.
My number two, nothing to do. By the way, Caberto, Little Drummer Boy, my favorite version of it is when The Office did it on the show The Office. There you go. It was good, actually.
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, yeah, they had, what's the dude from Hangover? He
Ed
did
Helms?
some, Ed Helms. He was a great voice person. He has a great voice. And he played the banjo, I think. And then, Rainn Wilson and, Michael Scott, everybody. Not Michael Scott, Steve Carell. And, so anyway, whatever. I know what you're thinking. Whatever. The Office, really good. All right,
Like
mine.
The Office.
It was in the movie Home Alone. And that's what made me think of it because when I was a kid, we used to watch Home Alone every year. And I'm sorry for what happened to you, Macaulay Culkin.
Merry Christmas.
I wish everybody laughed as hard as my jokes as Caberto does. Maybe you just need to know me for 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
So that,
Awesome.
You mean people tried to rob him in his house? Is that what you're
Right.
talking about?
exactly.
You mean he got left
Not
behind
just
in the
once.
house?
Not just once.
Right.
Twice.
Twice.
Oh, man.
And if you count the third time,
Yeah.
I don't really acknowledge the existence of Home
Right.
Alone 3.
I'm sure he had the best Christmases in real life.
Daniel
I'm sure.
Well, until his parents sold him to. Anyway,
Yeah.
So, the song I'm talking about is when they're running through the airport before they realize that little Kevin is still at home and they lost him. And that'd be Run Run Rudolph. And the only acceptable version, period, is Chuck Berry,
Yeah.
period. Everywhere, like I tried to listen to many different versions and it just wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same. So, Run Run Rudolph, Chuck Berry, there you go. Nice family, wholesome song.
That's a good song.
Does not go on the baby making love Christmas list. That's separate.
Are you okay over there?
I will be okay. I mean, I have tears in my eyes. I'm serious. You know what? Though?
I should have you like be my agent and like write thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, will you be my agent, Caberto, and do like?
I don't know, man. We argue a lot.
Yo, that's the point.
That would be that would make you a really good agent.
yeah.
Right.
Don, don't do this. And I'll be like, okay, fine, whatever.
I've done that before, but you're still stubborn and you still go ahead.
Yeah, but how's David Beckham doing on that Miami Stadium? Okay, thank you.
You're right.
All right.
Burn some bridges with
I
some
did
good
burn
people.
bridges,
Anyway.
but I am right.
All right. So, my number 2. Let me try to get it a little serious here. It's still, a little more spiritual also. So, Silent Night is my number 2 because this tells me the story of the night, and it actually, by listening to the lyrics and getting into the song, it transferred my imagination to, that night, that day when Jesus was born. And, it makes me think of, the stars, how clear the sky was, what was going on. Maybe everybody felt something different that night. It felt different. Maybe the wind was blowing, but it was peacefully blowing. I don't know, it just makes your imagination, work. And I love this song because of that. So there you go. Silent Night.
That's a good one. I like that
Nora
song, too.
Jones' version is pretty good. Anyway.
I'll listen to it.
All right, my number 2. This is where I start rocking out, and I acknowledge that yes, I'm old, and I like light shows and rock ballads.
Mannheim Steamroller.
And it's not quite Mannheim Steamroller. I'm not 50 yet.
Right. We're not at that level.
I'm not there.
And I know some old people that work at the radio station. That is...
But it's Junior
That's
Mannheim
Elvis.
Steamroller.
That's Elvis.
It's Junior Mannheim Steamroller.
With more light show, less smoke.
Way more guitar.
That would be Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah!
Yep.
The Christmas Eve Sarajevo medley,
Yeah.
which is basically an instrumental medley of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen and Carol the Bells. It's a medley.
That's a good
Who
one.
doesn't like a medley?
Or as you younger kids call it, a mashup.
Right. The mixtape.
They took our pound sign, and now they took the
Yes.
medley. Jeez.
Hashtag.
I saw them in concert at Pepsi Center when they came a couple years ago. And
Oh my gosh,
remember
did
you-
you really?
well, for the Christmas thing, they had a Christmas show, and it was really actually cool. They had a sweet light show.
Oh, so did they have
Mom-
lasers? They look like the kind of people that would have lasers.
They had lasers.
My mom and dad went to
Yes.
that. Well, my mom and dad 100% went
I
to that.
acknowledge that this makes me sound really old, and I enjoyed it. What are you gonna do? You know?
You told me about when you went to that night, and I saw a PBS special on Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and that violin player can rock, man.
They did, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Transylvanian Orchestra would suck.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was funny. That was good.
I heard
like
that. Sorry,
I
that was
like
my
that.
accent got in there.
That was pretty
my
funny.
accent got in there. Trans-Siberian
Yes.
Orchestra. Excuse me.
I was wondering if someone was going to catch that
Yeah,
and call you on
It
it.
was funny. It was
in my culture,
Right.
we do not have this, certain
funny. Dracula, but they do have the Chupacabra, which does basically the same thing.
Which is based the same, minus the person part.
he rocks with lasers.
They
But
rock.
only with goats.
yeah.
It's the only Christmas song that really rocks. So
That's
You think
kinda
Mexican
true.
people like goat cheese more?
okay.
That didn't make sense. Sorry.
That was kind of a
They
leap.
all can't be A's.
All right, TSO Christmas Eve Sarajevo. Go TSO.
Yo, TSO.
I'm not there. I haven't bridged the gap to Mannheim yet. We'll get there.
I will never bridge the gap to Mannheim. I'm sorry. I know
Say
this is a-
never. You say never.
I know this is the Christmas episode, and shouldn't be doing like a lot of hate, but I cannot stand Mannheim Steamroller.
Someday you'll be listening to Kenny G's Christmas album.
That's
boy.
true. That's true. I will listen to Kenny G over Mannheim Steamroller. We'll
Tell you
put
right
it that
now,
way.
if you like the NBA and NBC theme song, they don't even have that anymore. You like yourself some John Tesh.
John Tesh made that,
wrote
yeah.
that. It's an
John
amazing
Tesh.
song, and I wish NBA.
Yeah,
It's awesome. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, cool.
I
no
like John
worries.
Tesh. I didn't even know it until Bill Simmons pointed it out to me many times. So there you go.
All right, we're at number ones, aren't we?
Number one.
Honorable mentions first, please.
All right, so I'm going to run through my honorable mentions kind of quickly, hopefully, because there's a lot. I love Christmas songs, by the way. So, all right, here we go. Ready? Let's start from the top. Last Christmas by Wham. I have no idea why I like this
Wham.
song so much, but I do.
Last Christmas.
I give you my heart. Yeah, that one. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
I like it because technically it's an incredible song. She does really nuts things with her voice. Christmas Time is Here by the Vince Guaraldi Trio. So all of you Peanuts fans out there, Merry Christmas, War is Over. The original John Lennon and Yoko Ono version. I will also listen to the Sarah McLachlan version and the Christina Perri version. But those are the only ones that I've heard that are good.
I listened to the three tenors of that, and I'm like, whoa, what did I just do?
That
what
doesn't
happened?
sound right.
It's weird.
That's
very strange.
That song is too upbeat for three tenors.
You can't put that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the 12 Days of Christmas, the Muppets version, because there's the 5 Gold Rings gets sung by Miss Piggy, and for whatever reason, when I was a kid, there's a part towards the end as they're like at 12 and 11, and they're counting down, and Miss Piggy says 5 gold rings, ba-da-bum-ba, and for some reason that killed me every time. I could not stop laughing.
Does Animal get a part in that? Animal? No. All right,
I don't remember. I think he does. I want to say he does. And then I have 2 jams by Straight No Chaser. They're the a cappella group. 12 Days of Christmas by Straight No Chaser, where it's just like a big, huge joke of 12 Days of Christmas, and they throw a bunch of other crazy songs in there. And then Text Me Christmas, which is their more recent one. It's done with Kristen Bell. That one's actually really funny. There's a lot of like real subtle innuendo in that one. And then lastly is an entire album. It's Winter Song by Sarah McLachlan. So I love Sarah McLachlan to begin with. She just has an amazing voice, and then she does all these Christmas songs, and they're all just very...
And she makes you cry.
She does make me cry. Sarah McLachlan, you're so wonderful. So yeah, Winter Song...
The ASPCA commercials are a little much, right?
They're over the top.
They're a little much.
They're over the top. I will agree with that. But like everything else that she does is great, and I can listen to her forever. Okay, so now that I've blasted my way through those, my number one song, "Oh Holy Night." So, and I know I had like versions of other songs, but "Oh Holy Night" in my mind has to be sung by any diva singer. So like Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, kind of.
The chick from The Fifth Element?
Maybe. I don't know if she did a cover of that. What's her name?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah, she's in the Resident Evil movies. Oh no, wait, no.
No, I'm talking about the
singer.
opera singer.
Yeah,
she was like an alien, and she had the stones in her stomach.
That's right. No, she would be. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But "Oh Holy Night," I think
whatever
the lyrics behind that song just really embody the entire spirit of Christmas for me. So it's like it's this one night, but this one night means everything for believers, and it's just incredible. So and then anytime like you get a really great singer who can really add all of the additional emotion to it, then it's just that much more powerful. So "Oh Holy Night" by any diva singer.
That's how I feel about the first Noel too. It's got to be a girl singer,
right?
It just makes it sound much better.
Right. Again, they just carry it better.
They do.
I think Josh Groban does a version of "Oh Holy Night," and it's okay. Like it doesn't move me the way that like Celine Dion's version does.
All right, Don Dude, your number one Christmas song.
Honorable mentions: "Blue Christmas," Elvis.
Yeah.
Solid song.
Solid.
All right, let me just put my plug in for Otis Redding. He did record 2 Christmas songs: "Merry Christmas, Baby," and another one I didn't write down the name, but he did have 2 Christmas songs. I think he died when he was like 29 or something, 28, 29. Killed by his father, by the way.
Oh,
Estranged father. But Otis Redding, he has had an amazing voice. I would say listen to his song. Also, Al Green, the Al Green Christmas. I already testified my love for Al Green. But anything he does, the Christmas album is pretty awesome. If you have kids, you probably are not going to listen to that. But anyway, I will say Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas is on my honorable mentions. Not sung by John Lennon, sung by Jimmy Buffett. Best by Jimmy Buffett. Thank you.
What?
Way better voice.
Huh.
And when I was a kid, I used to love the song "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer," but I listened to it. I'm like, why did I like this song?
It's catchy for sure.
It is.
It is. It really is.
Like, first of all, so what happened basically in the song was Grandma got really drunk and she wanted to walk home. They could not convince her to not walk home. She got allegedly run over by a reindeer. Nobody actually saw this happen. There was hoof prints on the back of her. And they're not fingering Santa. Then the grandfather gets the kid to tell the cops that, this is what happened. So really, it's and by the way, the grandfather, he took it all so well, he was watching football and playing cards the next day on Christmas.
Grandpa playing something.
His wife of many years died. Exactly, that's what I'm getting at. He put out a hit, and he got the grandkid. To lie for him.
Oh my gosh! Blame it on Santa.
Exactly, but the moral of the story is, if you spin a catchy tune, all is forgiven, right?
Santa had Pirellis on.
After all, Jackson is the most popular boy's name this year. Thank you. Anyway, my number one song, and this is very Jackson. If you sing well and dance, anyway. All right. You're gonna get mad at me for that one. All right, whatever. It's a very little known artist. It goes with the kind of blues, jazzy kind of songs for the rest of my list, which I like to listen to, and that is Even Santa Claus Gets the Blues. And I'm gonna end it on a sad note, but by Marty Stewart. But I swear, I love this song, and I'll listen to it all the time. So, and that is my favorite Christmas song.
I've never heard of that song, but I'm gonna go to your playlist on YouTube.
Craig, I promise that it is good. Yes, I promise.
All right.
Promise. Thank you.
Even Santa Gets the Blues?
Even Santa Gets the Blues. By Marty Stewart. The version by Marty Stewart. Yeah.
All right. Gilberto, your number one or honorable mention?
Awesome. Well, no, I have no honorable mentions. And I am going to repeat Lilo's the number one, Oh Holy Night. That is my number one.
Yeah.
Yes, because it really does illustrate the heavenly picture of Jesus the Christ being born and the beginning of redemption of mankind. Therefore, the angels singing and bowing down to their king, making that holy night a divine night.
Yes.
Oh, holy night.
Agreed.
Is that the first time we've had multiples on number one? It might be.
I think it might be.
Did we just have Twitter on number one last week?
I've got bad short-term memory.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
It was also last week. So.
Well, that's true.
Look how much stuff goes on in the last week before Christmas.
That's true.
All is forgiven.
Buying gifts. It's a full-time job.
Going to the mall
it
is.
it is.
When we were kids, we wanted to go to the mall, but now that we're adults, it's like, man, I got to go to the mall. I got to do all this stuff.
It's the pits, man.
I'm going on Amazon.
Right. You'll get it on the day after Christmas. Don't worry about it.
All right, my number one is a song that I like to sing, especially in the shower, because I think I sound much better in the shower, and nobody's listening, which is probably a good thing for this
song. Turn up the
song.
volume on your watch.
Yeah, I turn the volume up on my watch to this song, and nobody hears me in there, and I sound great. The acoustics just so good.
Perfect
And
acoustic.
This song has particular moments where you're supposed to carry the note for a very long time. And that is Angels We Have Heard on High.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Gloria.
Yeah.
I would do it here, but I don't want to break people's stereos or ears. But the Gloria part, I love singing that part because it goes on forever. You have to take a full breath to do the whole Gloria part. And I also love the Latin part in there. It reminds me of going to church. It reminds me of it brings up all those emotions of being in church and that's Christmas Mass and stuff. Gets me in the season for Christmas. The Gloria in Excelsis Deo. You're singing, basically, glory to God in the highest, which is really cool. And you're singing at the top of your lungs.
Right.
Which, for me, that's really cool.
I sing that song in men's choir, and we have a chick named Gloria at my other work, and whenever that comes on the radio, I sing it as loud as I can to make her embarrassed.
I think you have to sing that song as loud and
it's
true.
Amazing.
It's true. You kind of have to. It just brings it out in
It's a given.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, my honorable mentions. I did this last week too. I don't know why I didn't do these first. My honorable mentions: Chipmunks, Christmas Don't Be Late.
Yes.
Oh, good jam.
Yes.
That's a good jam.
Me, I Want a Hula Hoop. I love that part of that song. Also, the Beach Boys Christmas album, but especially Little Saint Nick and The Man with All the Toys.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Beach Boys Christmas album.
That's a good one.
They can make a Christmas song. They were a very underrated crew, the Beach Boys. I liked them, and especially their Christmas album.
I was sucking that.
I like them Wilson boys.
Stay away from Charles Manson.
All right, that's my number one. Angels We've Heard on High. Gloria. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Thank you for joining us this on this journey. We'll come back next week with our last show before the end of the year. But we thank you, and we wish you a Merry Christmas for Don, for Lilo, for Kev Berto. This is Rank 'em Up. Merry Christmas.